What's up, Graham Gang? This is your girl Jordan, and I am back with another video. Welcome back to our new channel. And if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to thumbs up this video. I hope you guys checked out the last video and you enjoyed it. I know I had mentioned in the last video that we are going to be coming with you guys with 2 videos a week. 2 videos a week. And we meant that. We want to be consistent with you guys. But there was some unfortunate events that had happened. Stopped both me and Mella from filming at the same time. So I'm just gonna do a quick vlog with you guys about what is going on, and hopefully you know you guys are understanding. And sorry, my eyelash. So yeah, hopefully you guys are understanding that you're not going to get content this week from both me and Mella, but Mella had asked me to put this video out for you even though I'm not in the right headspace to do a video. But she asked me to do this for you guys, so I'm doing this on her behalf, just because we promised we would give 2 videos a week, so this is going to be our 2nd video. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already and thumbs up this video, and we will go ahead and get into it. So Mella is in the hospital. She is in the emergency room right now. And as you know, it's not a good time for anybody to be in the emergency room because of Corona, you know, COVID-19 going on. And anyway, it's just not a good time for anybody to be in the hospital. So what happened was several nights ago, Mella was up all night and she was having a pain. I was asleep in bed, so I had no idea that she was in this pain. And I remember she was in the living room and I was in the bed, and I woke up to the sound of like the pill bottle, you know, like the pill bottle shaking. I could hear her taking like some medication. So I was just like, let me get up and like see what's going on. So I get up and go in the living room, asked her if she was okay. She said, yeah, her stomach is hurting. She's gonna lay in bed. So she comes, she lays in bed, and then I hear her like get up and go to the bathroom. She was in there for a while. And I assumed like maybe I had cooked something that was like not cooked all the way, or it's like making her like sick or whatever. And you know, like she would be fine. I didn't really think nothing of it. And then she had like an online class because she is like taking college courses. Everything is online now because of COVID-19. So at 8 a.m. she had a class online, and I hear her go to the living room. I'm still in bed, sleep with the baby. And then it was like an hour went by, but I'm asleep, so it seemed like 5 minutes. And she comes in and she was like, hey Jordan, I need you to take me to the emergency room. And those of you guys don't know my wife, but she never wants to admit she is in pain, she is hurt, she is struggling. She never wants to admit any of those things. Like, I'm the baby, so if I stub my toe, it's like the biggest deal on earth. I'm crying, I'm whining, I'm yelling out I broke my foot to everybody because I am such a baby. She's the opposite. She will stub her toe, break it, and then act like it's not broke and continue on with whatever she's got to do. So for her to come to me and tell me she needs to go to the emergency room, I knew she was serious because she never wants help from anybody, none of that. So I instantly get up, like she's like, I'm just having this stomach pain, it won't go away. I'm in so much pain, I'm about to hop in the shower real quick, please take me in the emergency room. So the girls are both still asleep. I call her godmom, who lives in our same apartment complex, and I let her know, like, I'm taking her to the emergency room, can you please come over and watch the girls? And we go to the nearest emergency hospital. I didn't have time to look up anything, nor did I want to keep questioning her because I could tell she was very, very, very uncomfortable. She kept asking on the way there, like, are we almost there? How much longer? Please hurry, get me to emergency room. And I'm like, this is not real. Like, what is going on here? Like, I don't know. So I get there as fast as we can to the emergency. I'm like, get your mask, put your mask on, put my mask on. Let's go inside. She's able to walk on her own. And then we gotta like wait because there's another guy ahead of us. So she's like, I can't even stand. Please check me in. So she sat in the chair and I checked her in, and I'm just telling the nurse, who was very helpful, you know, I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with her. She just has this pain in her stomach. She can't stand, she can't sit, she can barely talk. She asked me to bring her here. She's like, just give me her ID. Take this wheelchair, take it over to her. And I put Mella in the wheelchair, which is another sign for me. Like, this is when reality sinks in for me, because to put my wife in a wheelchair, she never would want that in a million years, like, because she does everything on her own. So I put her in a wheelchair and she rips off her mask and she's like, I can't breathe. I cannot breathe with this mask on. I can't keep it on. Hurry, please tell her to hurry. Please tell her to hurry. That's what she keeps telling me. And I look down, she's like sweating really bad. And like just the chill, she's shaking. And I'm trying to freak out because I'll go into straight attitude mode, and because I'm scared and because I want stuff to be done that, you know, is out of my control. So there's two people ahead of us, and the first man goes in like before we could even sit down, and then they end up calling her in. And the nurse is like, what's going on? She didn't want to talk, so I told the nurse, you know, she's having this pain in her right side. It's only on her right side. Please, you know, help her. She's in so much pain. She can't stand. She doesn't want to talk. She can barely breathe. And they're just like, okay, we're gonna take her back here, but you can't come back here to me. And I was like, okay. I was like, babe, I'm gonna be right outside in the waiting room. She's like, no, you cannot stay here. You have to leave. And I forgot already that it was like, you know, because the COVID. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna leave. You got your phone, call me, you got your phone. So I just like left, and as soon as I got outside, I like broke down crying because like I've never seen her in that state. So that was like early in the morning, and I didn't hear anything for like hours. I called the hospital, the emergency room, to see what the status was. And maybe that was like 9 a.m. I called maybe about 1 to see what the status was. And the nurse on the phone was just pretty much like, she just got some tests. We don't know, they haven't came back yet. And I was like, okay, well, I'm her wife, please take my information down. I forgot to give it to you guys before I left. And she was like, you know, Carmela already gave us your information. You know, you're good. Her results just ain't back yet. It usually takes about an hour to 2 hours to come back. So, you know, at this point I'm home, and I just like don't know what to like think, what to do. Like, you know, I turn the volume up loud on my phone so I can hear if anybody calls or goes off. You know, we have no idea what's going on, and I'm like trying not to think like the worst. Like, what could it be to like cause this pain for her to go, you know, to the emergency room around 2, almost 3 o'clock? I just called back. I called Mella's cell phone first because I knew she had it. I call her cell phone, and she doesn't answer. So I just call the front desk again, and I get somebody different. And this man, and I told him what I was needing, and he put me on the phone with a lady, and she was just pretty much like, yes, your test results are back. We can't discuss that over the phone with you, unless we would have met you in person. Like, then we'd be able to tell, because then we'd know you're her wife. But because we don't know, we can't just go based off your word. We can't tell you, but I can pass on the message to have her call you from her cell phone when she gets out of the ultrasound, we did have to call in a OB doctor. So instantly I was like, okay, an OB doctor, that means that something internally is wrong, you know, because years ago we found out she had a cyst on her ovaries, which the doctor at the time had told us, you know, it's no big deal, but it does need to be removed. It was during the time we were going through our fertility, and the doctor at the time was like, I don't recommend Mella carrying, which luckily Mella never wanted to carry, so it was no big deal. We were just focused on our fertility and me getting pregnant. So that's how I kept thinking it was. So then she finally called me, and she was like, she sounded in pain. She said she was still in pain. She said they gave her morphine, and they think that based off of the ultrasound that it's something to do with her ovaries. I can't remember what the first diagnostic was, but she was waiting on the doctor to come back in the room, something like that, to like talk to her. So a few hours go by. I'm just like trying to keep myself busy. Like I'm like cleaning the house, organizing, you know, some stuff, clean up the baby. You know, I did her hair, got, you know, her dressed. Janessa was doing her homework, just trying to like watch TV and just be distracted. But inside I'm like dying to like be with my wife, to know what's going on, because there's like nothing worse than seeing the person you love in pain and you can't do anything about it. And not only can you not do anything about it, but you can't even be there to like comfort them. So I'm just like trying to like keep it together for the girls. And I think Mella called me back, and I remember like the second time she called me to like tell me the results or what they found, she sounded a little better. Like she could talk without sounding like she's short of breath. So she pretty much told me that the doctor saw in her test results from the ultrasound that her ovaries were developing. And this like makes my skin crawl every time I like think about it. But I'm a very queasy person, so like stuff just, I'm like, my back is itching. They're developing, and I was like, what does that mean? Developing into like what, a baby? And she was like, no, they can develop inside of you, and they can develop teeth. Her ovaries had developed teeth and was causing her pain. And I'm just like, what? Oh my God. Teeth? So yeah, they developed teeth and it was causing her pain. And then something about her ovary might be twisted on the right side. So I'm just like, well, what can be done? We don't know what can be done at this point. We're waiting on the doctor to come in. She says she will call me back when the doctor's in the room so I can hear everything that he has to say. She calls me back maybe an hour later, and the doctor is pretty much just like, it's a man doctor, a male OB doctor, and he is pretty much just saying how that because of the developed ovaries, like they can stop them from developing if she is on a birth control, because that is like hormones, and that she should do that. She's too young for surgery because they would have to remove the eggs, which would mean she could never have kids again. So she's telling him that's okay because she already has a 1-year-old, and we have a frozen egg. We have a frozen egg in St. Louis, you guys, that we are planning on using. And that will be for another video that we will discuss, but we still have a frozen embryo. So, he is just against her having this surgery, which I understand. And I understand it's his job to tell her that she is too young to have all of her eggs removed to where she can never have kids again. And she would have to be on birth control to regulate the pain. The pain would most likely come once a month, just like her menstrual comes once a month. And the hormones would stop this egg from developing, which therefore causes this pain. So after he left, her and I stayed on the phone, and I was just like, I'm not against you having this surgery. If that's what you want to do, that's what's going to stop the pain. Because I mean, I asked him too. I said, how long is she gonna have to be on the birth control? Is the pain gonna be forever? And he told me that maybe like 2 months she would have to be on this birth control and the pain would just go away. I don't know. That's what he said. So she has to stay in the hospital. He wants to, also the cysts that are on her ovaries. She has cysts on her ovaries, which are connected to the eggs. And it is called, I forget the name of it. It starts with a D. I want to say like dermal cyst, something like that. And that's when the eggs develop and grow teeth. They can grow hair, features. I don't know if they can grow a nose. I have no idea, but oh my God. But the cyst, he said, so at this point she's already had 2 ultrasounds. From the first one to the second one, the cyst is getting smaller, which is a good thing. So he was like, okay, well, if the cysts are getting smaller, I want to keep her overnight to see if the cysts are going to continue getting smaller. Because if they do, that's good. That means I won't have to go into emergency surgery, and the birth control should work for her because it's the hormones again to reduce all the pain. But she's still in pain. These seemed like things were out of place for her. Like, why isn't my mama here? But she wasn't like fussy or anything, but she was like by my side the whole time. Like, she took her nap right next to me on the couch. When she fell asleep for the night, she fell asleep next to me on the couch. She just kept coming to me, like, surprisingly, like she'd come to me and like hug me and like let me hold her. And normally she won't let me hold her because she don't want to be bothered all day, but she would come to me and let me hold her, which was very comforting. But you know, I just did not, I was relieved to hear that it wasn't nothing like fatal, you know, that she was like going through. But I was still like sad because she's like going through this. I want her home with us. You know, I really missed her. I still miss her. She's not here. But it was hard, like sleeping at night. I could barely sleep. I remember like waking up all the time just to like wake up. The girls both slept with me in my bed, and I just couldn't sleep. It was very hard to like sleep, you know, hoping she's okay, she's not in pain, she's comfortable, she's sleeping. I kept my phone right next to me, so if she called me for anything, I could like hear it. I don't know. I'm sad. The results came back that if she had the surgery, she would have to remove both of her eggs, both of her ovaries, the left and the right one. The right ovary is higher than it's supposed to be, which also is probably causing her pain. And she would also have to have a hysterectomy, which is a major surgery. If he just had to remove the ovaries, it was going to be like almost like a C-section. Like he said, it's just a small incision, but now the whole uterus has to be removed. He does not recommend it because she won't ever be able to have kids again. But it's like she has no other option because she will be in this pain forever, for however long, if she doesn't get this removed. So I heard him on the phone, on speakerphone, say that this is not his like specialty, but he can do the surgery. So he knows how to do, like, you know, the hysterectomy surgery. So once he left the room, me and her talked, and she was just like, she's not comfortable with him doing it because he didn't even seem confident in doing it. We're gonna ask him, we asked him who he recommended, what hospital, the type of specialist we should look for. And that way, hopefully she can come home. I've been calling and emailing different doctors to try to get in to be seen in this hysterectomy, get that done by a professional. So she sounded way better. I was able to bring her some stuff to her room. I couldn't see her, but I dropped it off at the front desk with the nurses. But yeah, so she's still in the hospital. I'm still sad, trying not to cry or get, like, I mean, because it's not like life-threatening, but it's just like I want her here with me. Like, it's no point in her being in the hospital anymore now because that doctor is not doing the hysterectomy on her. We are going to find somebody else who does it. We've got a lot of good potentials, so we are just, hopefully she can come home tonight or early tomorrow, but she will be on bed rest pretty much. And hopefully these Percocets continue to temporarily help. She can't take Percocets forever. So yeah, I mean, that's what's going on. That's why we haven't done any fun videos. If you have any questions, any suggestions, leave them down in the comment box. We always read your comments and try to respond to all of you. And I hope that by this week we can give you 2 new videos with Mella in them, feeling good. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all to our new subscribers. If you haven't already, subscribe to this video and thumbs it up and watch the other video. It was really funny. And yeah, we will talk to you guys. See you guys in our next video. Bye.